focus on is actually answering the question. A lot of you guys are writing about stuff that's not in the prompt. So what we need to do, number one, is using specific examples, analyze the causes. That's what I need to know of Greek Athenian expansion and its effects on Greece and the Mediterranean world. So my body paragraphs have got to be about the causes and the effects of Athenian expansion. That's what I need to know. So you guys telling me what were some of the causes of Athens expanding? What did they do? Why did Athens expand? What were some of the reasons? Hannah. Okay, so we have too big population. Simply, we were overcrowded. Okay, so the population is too big. Why does that population being so big, why does that matter? What affects that? Will?
Their food supply.
Okay, they had no food supply. All right, they ran out of food. And why did they run out of food? There were too many people, but what prevented them from growing more? They were out of space. All right, there was no room. All right, what were the effects?
People to Persia.
It was so as Athens expanded, the expansion caused what effect for Greece and the Mediterranean world?
Set of colonies.
In
Like the Persian Empire.
And that resulted in the Persian Wars. All right, that resulted in, so the effect would be the Persian Wars. So cause number one is body paragraph number one. He's second. Well, cause number two is body paragraph number two. And the effect, the Persian Wars, is body paragraph number three. Will?
Wouldn't just the first one be a direct effect and the other should be more like indirect effects of the Persian War?
Explain what you mean.
I guess some clarification.
Yes.
So after they won the first Persian War,
Right.
did they just stay there?
Who?
In Persian territory.
No, those colonies were pretty much wiped out.
Okay, so then
We can talk about the Persian Wars as a whole, as an entirety, not each single part of the Persian Wars. Does that make sense?
yes. I was just saying that I feel like the first one would only be a direct effect of the starvation.
Right. They went over and started, as they set up the colonies, the Persians got angry and started the wars. But the wars were caused by if Athens didn't expand, would the wars have ever happened? No. Does that make sense? All right. So, everybody with me so far? So, our first body paragraph has got to talk about Athens being too big or overcrowded. So somebody tell me what was going on. What's happening? Anybody know?
In relation to
Why was Athens overcrowded? All right. So, hang on, before we get to that, I forgot. Our thesis statement. Real quick. All right. Doesn't have to be fancy. Let's see. During, if you're not sure, the 400s BC, during the time of the ancient Greek empire. One city-state Athens. Oh boy, I just did this last period and it made so much more sense. Oh, hang on. Let's just use this one. This one is much better. In the 400s BC, the ancient Greek civilization in Athens reached a high point. All right? Athens was forced to expand because of overpopulation and their geography. The result was the Persian Wars. Athens was forced to expand because their population got too big. Population got too big because, second, is their geographic location, which resulted in the Persian Wars. All right? So we've gotten a setting, we've gotten a time, and we have the topics for our 3 paragraphs: overpopulation, geography, and Persian Wars. Is that really exciting and dramatic?
No.
No. But is it all true?
Yes.
Yes. Is it historically defensible?
Yes.
Did this stuff actually
Yes.
occur? Yes, it did. So while it's not super fancy, it will actually, it'll get the job done. You now have a thesis statement. You can now write your first body paragraph on overpopulation. Everybody have this? Sorry, I switched it up on you. Do you need another minute? All right. Now we have 35 minutes to read, plan, and write this essay. We've now been doing this. I screwed up on the thesis, so I'll say for 5 or 6 minutes. 5 or 6, giving us 30 more minutes to write the entire rest of the paragraph, right? All right. So, our first paragraph, we have to say something about Greece being overpopulated, or Athens being overpopulated. So we could simply start by saying Athens was located on the coast of Greece. Being on the coast, what did it let them do?
Trade.
They traded with many places around the Mediterranean. Oops, ran out of room. That says Mediterranean. Athens became a wealthy and prosperous city that attracted many people. Soon, it became overcrowded. All right, there it is. Soon it became overcrowded, and there was more people than could be Prosperous. Prosperous city that attracted many people. Athens soon became overcrowded, and there was more people than could actually be fed. So we outlined the cause. Athens is located on the coast. They traded with many people. It's wealthy and prosperous. Many people moved there, and all of a sudden there was more than they could handle. Did that explain why they were overpopulated? Yes. Is that dramatic? No. Is it true? Yes. This resulted in the second cause of expansion. Boom. Next paragraph. Right? Was geography. Due to the mountainous terrain, there was only so much, trying to write like a sophomore, only so much land available to farm or grow crops. I'll pause there for a second. And if it moves out of focus, you guys gotta let me know. Because there was only a little bit of land to grow food on, what did the Greek city-states wind up doing? Fighting. All right. Limited resources, many Greek city-states fought each other over resources. When Athens ran out of room, they tried a new approach sending out colonies over seas. It's terrible. Where was one of these colonies? All right. One of these colonies west coast of the Persian Empire. Going to be cute, but modern day Turkey. The result of those colonies embroiled Greece in the Persian Wars. Again, is anything about that dramatic? Is anything about that untrue? No. Another cause was their geography. Due to the mountainous terrain, there was only so much land available to farm or grow crops. With limited resources, many Greek city-states fought each other over resources. When Athens ran out of room to farm, they tried a new approach, sending colonies overseas. One of these colonies was on the west coast of the Persian Empire, modern-day Turkey, which resulted in the Persian Wars. So one cause was that Athens was overcrowded because they couldn't grow enough food. Second cause was their geography. Because of where they lived, they could not grow any more food, so it forced them to expand. When they expanded, they went all over, but one of the places happened to be in Persia. The result was the Persian Wars. All of that has just taken us about 14 minutes. Add 5 minutes to do our little pre-write and thesis, and it's taken us 19 minutes. You have 13 more minutes to write a third paragraph and a conclusion. Does this, Roxanne? Yes, ma'am. Does this help? Do you kind of see the form? It doesn't have to be a brilliant John Nash work of historical theory. It just needs to be true. You need to answer the question, put in some facts, and explain them. They were overcrowded because the city was so prosperous, everybody wanted to move there. When everybody moved there, they ran out of space. They ran out of space to feed themselves because the mountainous geography, there was only so much to go around, so it forced them to expand. Cause and effect. Overpopulation due to geography, lack of food, forces us to expand. Any questions? I know you guys are tired, and you guys are like, oh my God, I can't read his writing. Does this help? This is yet again another model. If you would like, this is not a requirement, if you would like to write the third body paragraph on the effects of the Persian Wars, I will be more than happy to take a look at it and give you feedback. If you don't do it, then it is on you. What could you say were the effects of the Persian Wars? Cam.
Unity in Greece.
All right. We have a Greek Empire. Cam.
Like more Athenian control.
More Athenian control.
How would you start off that third paragraph?
All right. One of the results of the expansion was the dramatic Persian Wars between Greece. When the Greeks emerged victorious, one of the effects was Athens enters its golden age. It creates its democracy. It spurns Hellenistic civilization. And as a matter of fact, we enjoy many of the things of the golden age of Greece to this day, like boom, 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 boom. All right. The result of the expansion embroiled Greece in the Persian Wars. The effect of the Persian Wars was these things. Democracy comes to the Mediterranean, science, art, math, technology, all of that stuff. Does that make sense? I would write it for you, but I want to see how many of you actually try. How many of you actually try? If you can't write it, or if it doesn't make sense, all you have to do is see me. What are you working on, Isabel? I got you.
Under ran out.
Ran out of room, sending colonies overseas. Any questions? So you guys got this. So next time I ask you to do it, you guys, it's the first thing we need to do. Well, is answer the prompts.
Yeah.
Anna.
So is there like a big paragraph stuff like saying like what happened to Athens because of the Persian War?
Mhm.
But is that just sort of a logical extension of the prompt? Because it seems like where we were going was the Persian Wars.
Well, it's the effects on Greece and the Mediterranean world. The Persian Wars allowed Greece to greatly impact the Mediterranean world. It may be a big leap, but like the Persian Wars, okay, or you could tell me about the Persian Wars, but the big thing about the Persian Wars is what happened afterwards, all right? We want to know about democracy and things of that nature. That's a good question. Anybody else? William? If you can, yeah. What we're going to do for the next essay is we are going to write a thesis statement only. I am going to look at it. If I give you a check or a plus or whatever, you're going to keep going. If you don't get one, it means you need to rework your thesis. We are going to do these paragraph by paragraph. Paragraph by paragraph. The only way to get you guys to buy into it may be to put a little bit of fear into you, so the next one will count for the test grades.
Wait, so the next one is one of your checks and balances.
I'm going to give you a thesis, and then I say your thesis is good, I'm going to have you write the next paragraph. Now I will grade each one, and at the end I'll say like, okay, I got it, don't worry. Roxanne,
So if our thesis isn't good enough, or do we just go back and?
you're going to rewrite it until you get it right. Yes, ma'am.
The result of the colonies, I don't know the word after.
Where the result of the colonies embroiled Greece in the Persian Wars. I was leaving out words, I'm sorry. I was going blind. My contacts refused my face. All right, because that bright light. Fifth period, they're like, Mr. Melega, as I was writing on it like this, it's not on. And I'm like, I know many of your other teachers tell you that I'm a dumb nincompoop, but I know when this is on. Well, how can you tell? And I was like, they're like, oh. Try doing this for a while. All right, it sucks. So anyway, fifth period, they love me. So, yep, you can hit stop now. I don't care if they see that, I really. Thank you, Jessica.